All right, Bonzo Ball's here to review fifth team on our list. It's Simp for Sarah. The team name is the worst part about this team by far. I mean, we've already been over it in the chat. It's pretty egregious. The naming after the wives, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I think they're the bottom three team names in our league. It's a little overdone. You got one person who does it, it's cute. You got a third person off on the train, okay, okay. Um, it's fantasy football league. But you know what? That might be the worst thing I say about the team for the whole rest of the video. Goes with Cup at the 5. Obviously, Najee going earlier allows him to get Cup there. Comes back. Saquon, round 2. Boom. Pittman, round 3. T. Higgins falls to him in the 4th. And then he grabs Jalen Waddle in the 5th. Goes with Kyler in the 6th. In the 7th, it was Chase Edmonds. And then it's Drake London, Tyler Boyd, Zach Ertz, Treylon Burks, comes back with McKissick, Khalil Herbert, and closes it out with Isaiah Spiller. Coming into the team here, I mean, just look at it. I think the strength is it's PPR. Barkley and Edmonds could get a bunch of catches, right? Cup obviously should catch a lot. I mean, those wide receivers are great. I mean, those might be the best wide receivers in the league, Higgins and Waddle. Obviously, like you're betting on Waddle to take a second year step. T. Higgins, I think it's his third year, right? So you're betting on that, but I mean, one of those is probably going to hit. Pittman and Cup should also be great. So this team is primed for the fact that we're in a PPR league. I would say, the drafting was, he just took the values. Cup falls to him, takes him. Barkley in the second is, I think, great. I think that's a great way to go with your first RB when you've got Cup. Edmonds fell to him in like the 7th. I remember I was upset when he took Edmonds. I kind of wanted him. Pittman in the 3rd was good, probably about where he should go. But then to go Pittman and then Higgins, I mean, ESPN had Higgins a little bit high, I think, but he definitely shouldn't have fell outside of pick 30 or, the early 30s. And I think he fell to pick 40 something. So, just as he's a second wide receiver in the offense doesn't mean that he doesn't have, a really good year. And then Waddle, I mean, he was crazy good last year. Even if he just does, half of that and catches, I don't know, a portion of those balls, he's still going to return on his value, especially as a fourth wide receiver. I mean, there are teams that build with Waddle as their second receiver. So to have him as the fourth one and still have pretty good running backs, I like it. I like the team. You know, Kyler's obviously got a really high, upside. Ertz is obviously the bad pick, but then there'll be some weeks Kyler throws a touchdown to Ertz and he gets the stack. So, I mean, that'll be killer. You definitely don't want to go against this team the few weeks that Ertz catches a touchdown. Um, the weakness, the bench is, the bench and the tight end. But those are kind of the weaknesses you want in fantasy because you can fill in that bench with some waiver ads. A couple of these guys are younger, maybe one of them hits. But I mean, the starting lineup, you can't tell me without injuries, this starting lineup will miss the playoffs. I think it's probably the surest team to make the playoffs. The draft grade's an A minus. The draft grade's obviously super high. Just because it's A minus doesn't mean I think this team's winning the league. I just think that the drafting was impeccable. He did a great job taking the values that fell to him, and it looks good on paper. The starting lineup looks really good on paper right now. I'd say it's pretty much a surefire playoff berth, and then what can it do from there? I don't know. It depends on how many other teams pop, right, and where things go. But it's definitely got the ceiling, and it definitely will compete for a championship. Uh, it's sort of just the virtue of the rest of the league, letting a lot of those picks fall to where he was drafting, and he's right in the middle there to scoop them up. So great job from this team drafting. Again, the name, it's bad. It's bad. Uh, but that's all I have to say about it.